Mississippi Survivor here. Today is a good day. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here. God's allowed me another day upon this earth, even though I'm not worthy. And so many of us not worthy of His grace and His glory, but He allows us to be here anyway. So that grace and mercy is tangible. I love it. I love it. So I got a lot to say, but I want to start by giving a shout out to the first 10 subscribers I had. I want to say thank you to you guys for believing in me and getting me started so anybody would see my video at all. So I told you, I'm in a different, how high up I go, I will not forget you guys, and I really appreciate you. Um, Going with saying, not to say, I'm very happy to have all you new subscribers here. It allows me to get the videos out more and further out so other people can see it and see the content and things that may help them along the line. And I might be able to learn something as well. So I'm up for learning because I like knowledge. So knowledge is power. So I thank you all, every last subscriber and everybody that's subscribing now, and whoever's gonna subscribe to this video, I just want to say thank you ahead of time. Thank you, because we're going somewhere, and it's gonna be way more than what my mind had fathomed to be in such a short period of time. So thank you guys. I think it's Zotru. I'm trying to say it right, Zotru. Thank you. Just to say I appreciate you as well. You are the 100 subscriber. So I see that and I was like, yeah, I'll make sure I say something back to you about that. So thank you. I appreciate you as well. I hope I continue to be able to help you guys, help you out as well. Um, I'll bring some good content to the table. Well, again, guys, I started with 10 subscribers. I mean, this was like shortly ago. This is not a long time back. It was shortly ago. I just was feeling some type of way one day and came in and sat down and made this video, and this video took off like fire. And it was the SHTF is hitting the fan. Not going to hit the fan, but it's already hitting the fan. And there was so much information and informative information in that video. Of course, I mean, I'm not going to say, yeah, because I made it like that. That's why I took off. I'm going to say, look, God knows my direction and my path and which way it's going. So God allowed that to happen. I give all glory to Him for whatever thing positive in my life I do. If something positive in my life, I give Him glory for it. It's that simple. I have some goals set, and some people might say it's insane, and some people might not say it's insane. But I think the name of this segment, matter of fact, is going to be Think Outside the Box. But before I go into that, I'm going to go back again. I want to thank all the subscribers again for subscribing to my channel. And if you're new here, please like and subscribe. It helps the video get out to others so other people can see it and maybe help them in their way in what they're prepping and what they're doing for us prepping and anything else with their life. Matter of fact, it may help with their life because some people need help in their life. So for the subscribers, thank you. And to go with that, I was going to say that I went to sleep and I got up and the view, you know what I mean? You know, it's people that, it's way more than what I even fathomed what I have anyway. But I'm just saying, per se, I ain't no hater, first of all. More power to you. I hope everybody gets to this level. All the content creators. I do. I hope they get as far as they can get. You know, I'm still pennies in the bucket, but God don't think of me as pennies in the bucket. I'm gonna say it again. I said God does not think of me as pennies in the bucket, even though it looks that way. Even in the Bible, when uh, the ladies they was given, I think it's three people, I believe, and they was given. I know somebody's gonna correct me on that. But do you know exactly how it go? Just feel free to put in the comments and let me know. But if you don't, this is what I got. And I was giving an offering. I gave the offering to God. This is what they were doing. And they other people had all the gold and money and blah 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 whatever they had, and the lady, she had a few pennies, and that's what she gave. That's all she had. And God honored that more than what the people with all the money that was given him, because she gave that from the heart. That was it. I mean, she probably needed that herself to try to eat, but she gave it to God, you know. And like I tell you, we can't fathom our brain thought pattern to fit and say, okay, well, God is going to, no, you don't know, because we can't think like that. I told you before, His grace and mercy, we can't even stand in His presence without dying. We'll die. So we can't definitely fathom how God perceives things. We can't. So I don't even try. No, I don't do it. So again, I was just saying that we went from 10 subscribers. Oh no, I know what I was at. I woke up and there was 173 views, and I was like, wow, that's the most views I got on anything. And for most people, like, that's nothing. But for me, it was a lot. Little, I'm excited about small. I'm smart about small things, but great things as well. But I'm gonna get to that. So I went out through my day, and I checked like every 2 hours, and it jumped to 350. I looked again, it jumped to 6 something. I looked again, it was at 800. I looked again, it just went to K, 1K. I was like, what in the world? And for whoever the latest people that may subscribe, they already know right now is at, I think it's at 4K, 4,000 views. So this video really took off. And there's people watching it as we looking at this video. People watching this now, watching that video still. And my appreciation, my honestly, hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you for giving an old boy like myself a chance. I appreciate you. To talk to you and be in your circle. Thank you. So my subscribers are up. There's 177 subscribers at the time that I started making this video. 177 subscribers. And I just had 10 a few days ago. Thank God good. But the next thing I wanted to say was, again, think outside the box. This is all and coincided to go with the series SHFT Hitting the Fan. But the name of this one is called Think Outside the Box. All right. Now, what do you mean, Mississippi Survivor, think outside the box? For instance, if you know that you have electricity, you know who runs your electricity, your company that runs the electricity, right? So if you know that, And if you know that electric will get turned off, you know how many strings the puppet has and what the puppet can do with the strings that he has. He has power over your life. It's a lot of people got power over your life and you don't even know it. People that you call yourself, you don't let them, you mad at these folks. Oh, well, he did this to me. You holding on to mess. Why? You are giving them power over your life when you do that. They ain't got no power in my life. Yes, they do. Because you way over here in Texas, this happened in Mississippi, and you still in Texas talking to your friends up here, making this person in Mississippi popular in Texas. And you telling me they don't have power over your life. Yes, they do. You still bitter, you still hurt, you still mad. Your boo thing dumped you. You still mad. Do not give anybody that much power over your life. You have to let them go so you'll be free. You're in jail because you give them so much power over your life. What are you talking about? You are giving the person so much power until their name is stuck in your mouth. And that's all you talk about. Every time you get mad, it don't matter what you get mad about. When you get mad, you talk about that and you talk about him too. Ladies, stop giving men that much power. Man, stop giving women that much power. It's vice versa. Don't do it. It is so much foolishness going on right now. It is pathetic. I'm down here. I stay in the small town of Greenville, Mississippi. Yeah, I said where I stay at. Greenville, Mississippi. Now, in this Greenville, Mississippi, now I watched the news and I heard some things, and this stuff was all in the last few days that I'm about to tell you. And you tell me how you feel about this right here, and you don't tell me there's no demonic spirit over everything that's going on. We're at a spiritual war. We're at a secret war with the government. Okay. This happened a few days ago, and to come to find out it was some people that I knew. So apparently the young boy was playing video games, and he plays it a lot. Gamers, where are you? Gamers, calling all gamers. He played it a lot. You hear me now? So apparently his mom came in and said, go to bed. Yeah, I know y'all waiting on me. His mom came in and told him to go to bed. Guess what happened? He took a knife and he stabbed her to death. Yep, that's exactly what I said. And you don't think any demonic spirits or things is floating around through here? It's a video game. These video games are baiting demonic spirits. Same thing. You can play. Okay, let me help you. Anything can become your God. Anything can become your God. Your car. If you're just so obsessed with your car and how it looks and how you keep it clean all the time, that becomes your God. Porno. That becomes your God. All that stuff becomes your God. You more obsessed about your girl until you can't even sleep. That becomes your God. So apparently they said that the boy was mentally had some mental issues going on. But he never acted out like that before. That's extreme, don't you think? Johnny, could you go to bed? Because I'm ready for you to go to bed. Okay, Dad. Really? That's that's extreme. It's like, what happened in between there? Her saying go to, what is something else in between that's not being told? You gotta stay prayed up, people. That's one thing for sure. You gotta stay prayed up. Another one. We're going down the road. There's a road around the street in our town called Clay and 82. On this road, I don't know if these folks ran the light or what. I don't know what happened, but they are notorious for running that stop sign, and I know exactly what they're talking about. But they collided and killed 3 people. They tried to life fly them out to somewhere, and they didn't even make it. Why did I tell y'all that? I'm telling you that, tell you this. Life and tomorrow is not promised. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you got kids, your mom, your dad, you don't tell me you love them, tell me you love them. You don't know when your last time gonna be. Life is like a flash, a blink of the eye. It's here, it's gone. You're like, I was just talking to John. What? I didn't know he was gone. Yep. Flash. And I'm talking about like now, it's an alarming rate of flash. It's ridiculous. They burying people so fast now. You want to be in something to make a lot of money, go and get your funeral home. Because they are leaving here. Quick. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Cherish life on a daily basis. Cherish life. Cherish what you got. Cherish your family. Love your family. Forgive. So you'll be forgiven. Forget. So forget about your mess too. Because I'm sure you did something too. You know? Just like they did. You did something too. Think outside the box. Stop being narrow-minded. Think outside of the box. If the electric company is one of the people that is in the puppet master position and they are pulling strings in your life, they control you. Nobody controls me. Let me turn off your lights and I'll show you. They control you. The gas company control you. Yeah, I said it. The gas company control you. Your rent man control you. You don't believe me? Stop paying rent. Unless you got some other strange things you're trying to do. Stop paying your rent, you'll see them talking about. I'm going to say a big one. I'm going on the limb. It's bigger than the electric company and the gas company. It's the biggest one of all. Who else is pulling the strings? The cell phone company. Now, who got something to say about that? I'll wait. What you say? Nothing. Sprint, T-Mobile, Cellular South, C-Spire. They pulling the strings. We are just the puppet dancing. I'm going to get to that point where I'm telling you all this in a second. Puppets, we are, and they're pulling the strings. As a prepper, we need to be cutting strings. And you wonder why you're being tracked. I ain't gonna let them track me. You are already being tracked. What do you mean? Your cell phone, they ain't gonna put no chip in me. Why? You told the chip every day. You might well put it in your arm. You told it. How many times you leave your cell phone at the house? I'll wait. You leave it at the house. Oh my God, I left my cell phone. You would drive 10 miles to go back to the house and get your chip, your tracker, so you can get in the car and go back to Kroger's and shop. You needed it that bad to shop. Puppet Master pulling strings. Some strings are easier to cut than others. It is. Oh, it's a lot more. It's just quite a few more puppets. Well, puppet masters, I might say. The government is one for sure. I don't even put them in the same category as puppet masters, like power companies, stuff like that. The government is more like a bully. The government remind me of the lunch, like the guy that used to beat you up and take your lunch money so you can't eat at lunch. That is the government to me. Yeah, I know some people agree to that. Why do I say that? Why do I say they're a bully? Let me prove it to you. When you go to apply for anything that's government related, it might take a few days, it might take a week, and they want your entire life that they already got anyway. But they just want you to feel better, so they make you give them all the information that they already got anyway. Yeah. You get all this information just to get a loan for $200 that you got to pay back. They take what they want from us. You don't believe me? Go to the gas station. They want something from us, so they need more money. They raise the price on gas. They raise the price on natural gas. They raise the price on electricity. They raise the price on food. And I know you see how high this food is. Inflation, inflation, inflation. They keep raising the price. You're like, well, golly, yeah. The gas done went down 35 cents. Now it's $2.50. Are you serious? Don't you realize that they raised the price on something else when they dropped the price on the gas? So you never win. It's all a game. You never win. Ever. If if they drop gas, something else going up. You can go to, look, I had 3 stores. I know. Okay, I'm going to have a sale today, and I'm going to have a sale on crayons. I'm going to sell these crayons for 25 cents a box. When I know Walmart has them for $1, I'm going to sell them for 25 cents a box. But when they get number 2, wide rule, when they get the wide rule paper, I'm going to raise the price up on the wide rule paper that I took from the crayons. And so now I don't lose anything. You better learn the game. You better write it down. Get you a pen and a paper, because this is information you need to be writing down. This video should be named More Than One Thing. Think out of the box and check out the game. Check the game out. Okay. So the prices are raised or dropped in whatever matter that may be. They're going to raise something else somewhere else. The bullying comes in where when they want something from us, they don't write us a letter or send it in the mail. They take it. They take it. Okay, we need more of this. Cool. This is what we're going to do. We're going to, and they have to do it, or they won't get this. That's bully mentality. I'm going to do this to make you do this, or you can't do this if you don't do this. That's how it goes. That's our system. That's what we're dealing with. It's a mess. But when we get ready to ask for something from the government, you need a lawyer, a doctor, a family physician. You need everybody. You need 16 different references and their address, phone number. Y'all can stop me anytime y'all think I'm lying to you. You need all that. It's ridiculous. To get some government care, let me talk to a few people that already know what I'm talking about. That's going to be right on, brother. I'll feel happy. For some people trying to get the government assistance, you have to be under poverty to get it. You can't have no job, nothing. Nothing. If you bring in $50, you might get less than $50. You got to be almost homeless to get a bill paid that's late. My bill is late. Could you help me pay this bill? Sure. Have they turned it off yet? How many people heard that? Come on now. Have they turned it off yet? Yes, they've turned it off yet. Yeah, okay, we'll be able to help you then. It's off. Won't you help us while it's on so it'll stay on? Not when they turn it off. Now it's a whole late fee. What is it? Deposit for turning it back on, and then they give you a limit of what they can pay. The rest of it, you got to go get it from somebody else. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. Here you go. We got to start cutting strings, people. You got to start cutting strings. I used to be codependent on that myself. I'm on the grid right now, electricity. If they turned that mud off right now, I wouldn't shed a damn tear. You know what I do? I'm going to get up, pick up one of my 1,000 different types of flashlights of all brands and sizes, walk over in the other room, hit a switch, and voila. Power everywhere. Why? Because I prepared and I cut that string. I don't necessarily. My bill is cheap. I don't have a high bill. Of course, I'm working on getting rid of it altogether. I know somebody's going to ask that question. Of course. I'm going to get rid of that eventually. Gas, pretty easy. And that bill's never high anyway, so. But again, you take your time, people. You don't try to tackle a whole century's worth of puppets. You got to attack one at a time. And what I mean is you got to get yourself in a position to cut the first string. Then get in position to cut the next string. But make sure you are stable and ready to rumble to cut that first string. It is so many different type of devices and things that you can use to start cutting the string. Behind me right now, I'm looking at 3 different power stations, and I keep these in my room on the regular. So if I don't feel like going to hit the switch in another room, I don't. I just put my legs on the floor here hit this here. I got a 12-volt fan already hooked to it. That's what's running right now. You might hear it in the background. I got a 12-volt fan running on me right now, keep me cool. All my units got lights on them. The highest one is a 500 watt, which I'm going to get some bigger ones, believe me, you know I am. So I keep that stuff on hand because you never know when you need it. Like I told you, you got to prep. You got to think outside of the box. You can't never plan to a T. You got to plan over, over, over the top. When you plan over the top. That way you won't fail. You plan over the top. You got to think of all resources, all things. Open your mind. Think outside of the box. Let me help you. Again, I'm going to tell you. If you're in this house, if you're home, I would love to get some comments on this right here. I wish I could stop the video and get the comments first and then come back and tell you what I want to say. And see what you say to me, what's being said. I would love to do that. But of course, you know I don't edit anything. And if someone wants to edit for me, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm going to give it to you raw, just like this. So, again, I'm going to ask you, if you at home, I'm going to give you this one rough, and you tell me, you give me some info, you help me. If you at home, and you drank the last bottle of water, and you have no more water, but you do have a wonderful filtration system in your home, can I ask you guys, where is the first place you would get some water if there was no water? You had just got through the water. They done turned the water off at the pumping station. So it's not pumping water to any homes. Where's the first place you're going to go to get water? I already know the first answer to that. The first answer to that is probably going to be said is the toilet. I know. It's right there. I mean, really. Get that water, filter it, and I mean filter it. Boil it, whatever you got to do, distill it, whatever you got to do. But I remind you, if you distill it, you're going to lose probably 50, 60% of your water. It's going to go in the air. Now you need a dehumidifier to pull the water back out the air and filter that. Just saying. Dehumidifier is a good thing to have. You pull your water out the air and filter that water and purify the water, and you can drink it like any other water. But I want to get it to do I want to take a dehumidifier that's been in a mildewy situation that you was clearing the air so the mold will go away. I wouldn't know. I ain't drinking none of that. I don't care what you do to it. No. So back to what I was saying. Now I'm gonna tell you one that you guys probably didn't even think about. That they needed some water. It's several little tricky ways. Like for one, the P-trap in your sinks hold water in both everywhere. All the sinks in the house. The P-trap holds water. Why does it hold water in the P-trap, Mississippi Survivor? Because if something was stinking in the bottom of your sink and in your drain, the water is going to block the scent from coming through. That's why there's a P-trap. Or you'll smell everything that comes through that drain, I guarantee you. It'll smell like the devil in a handbasket. I'm telling you now. I'm going to give you another one that you probably never thought about. I'm just trying to prepare you guys to think outside the box to help you in a dire situation. I'm trying to help you. And I need you to pay attention. Write it down so you'll remember it. Because there's going to be so much information given in my course of being in these videos. You're going to have to write something down. If the internet get turned off, you will not see Mississippi Survivor and no other survivor. You won't see nobody. So you can't get your information. So for me, I will see it. Like, how would you see it, Mississippi Survivor, and the internet's cut off? I'll see it because I have a store or a server. I built a server. When I built the server, everything that I like that's on YouTube, I send it to my server and it's there. So it don't matter no difference if the internet get turned off or not. I already got video and I can put it up on my server anywhere in the house, on any laptop, anywhere. As long as I'm in my network, I can put it up, still watch the video with no internet. I'm trying to help somebody. Back to the water situation. What would I do? Where else would you get water, Mississippi Survivor? Where else? The other place that you would get water from would be your hot water heater. 100 gallons of water. Most of the tanks naturally is like 100-gallon tanks that be in these houses. That's 100 gallons of water. You just saved your life and some of your family for a nice little penny, for a little minute there. Y'all be all right for a few minutes if y'all ration the water properly. And these hot water tanks now got the water spigot already on them. Just water. You can filter if you want to. You can drink it. It's coming straight out of the hot water tank. If it's been sitting there a long time, yeah, filter. Filter everything, matter of fact, just filter. Think outside the box. Cut the strings on a daily. Work on it. Cut the strings. Learn how to save. Learn how to have livestock. Learn how to take fish and let your fish make you fertilizer for your plants, so you never have to buy plants fertilizer or food fertilizer for your plants again. Let your fish waste, get it out of there, pour it in the plants. It's fertilizer and everything and full of nitrates. Your plants are gonna grow like crazy. That's what you need. Think outside the box. Open your mind. I said I'm going to be a millionaire at the end of this year. And I'm not even 1,000 there yet. You feel me? I'm barely 100 there. But my mind, I believe. And when you believe, God shows up and does the rest. Just believe. If you got the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. So why can't I get that mustard seed of faith to make him have him be a millionaire by the end of the year? I don't know what all avenues and doors that God's gonna open up for me to become a millionaire, but I know a ton of talents that He gave me, and I'm gonna wear each one of them out until I find out which one is the one that's gonna take me to the millionaire spot. And I honestly believe I'll be a millionaire by the end of this year. I speak it into the atmosphere right now in the name of Jesus. I shall. And no, I'm not going to say, well, if. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm still saying what I just said. Millionaire by the end of the year. When you go ahead and say something against what you're saying yourself, then you're killing. You're talking death over what you just spoke into life. So you don't do that. Just don't do it. Thinking outside the box. Let me talk to my weaponry people. It is very good to have your weapons and to protect your family and all of those wonderful things. At some point, your bullets are probably going to run out. So, couple things. The first thing I want to ask you is, what are you going to use to hunt with? And what are you going to use to catch small game that you can use to feed your family? I want to know that. And another thing, for the people that are hell bent on it, on the weaponry, I want to make a public announcement to them and say I've never seen anyone have a 9mm pork chop sandwich or a AK-47 pepper steak and rice. I've never seen it before. If those dishes are available, please let me know and I'll stop through and get a plate of my choice. Thank you very much. Now, so what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with having that. What I'm saying is your focus should be more on food and water. Because that's what you're gonna need to survive. Food and water. If you need if you don't have food and water, you ain't gonna make it. Nobody's gonna share water with you. Unless you got some like minded purpose in the community together. Like I told you, you gotta find some people that like you and join together and it's gonna bond with you and the community. That's what you're gonna have to do if you ain't gonna make it. I was asking somebody to give me some water because I'm thirsty. But not right now. Again, think outside of the box. Other ways of hunting. You can get pellet guns, BB guns. They are still going to kill whatever the things that you're trying to do. If you hit anything in the right spot, it'll still get rid of them in a way, nevertheless. So, pellet guns, BB guns, throwing knives, whatever you want to get, bow and arrows. Those are all good for game, and the factor of that is bow and arrows are quiet. Crossbows, excuse me, I'm sorry. Crossbows as well. Pack a punch. But those can get expensive. I'm talking more the people that make good money or whatever. I'm cool with that. And that's fine, you know. Maybe you can help some people, you know what I mean? Help me, help anybody. But I'm talking to the folks that don't have no money, just about. They live in check before the check. You have to be very resourceful when you're trying to prep. And if you're going to keep something, you got to keep a little bit back at a time and let it build up. That's important. So, get on around here to you guys. Again, think outside the box. And I try to give you a scenario to go with each thing that I'm telling you. When I'm telling you to think outside of the box, you have to do that. And for you ladies, I need to go ahead and get over there to you guys real quick. You got to think outside the box. If you know that, hold on. Oh, okay, there we go. If you know that you pregnant or gonna be pregnant or whatever it is the case, and you know you're gonna need all these types of feminine items and things like that, why not stock up on that stuff now? Because you remember when they had the what was it? The when they bombed Pearl Harbor. Everyday life was going on when they bombed Pearl Harbor. People were shopping at the mall, having a great time, going to clubs, drinking, eating, whatever. Everything of normalcy was going on in the world, in America. And they bombed us in the middle. They bombed Pearl Harbor in the middle of all of that. It was still going on. Excuse me. So we was under attack, and everything was normal. So what I'm telling you is, just because today is beautiful and the sun is shining and the birds are chirping, okay, I can't do it. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The thing the lady be doing, Cardi. Yeah, I can't do it. But you know what I'm talking about. Why things are looking and seem as like it's good on the surface. Go ahead and start putting back for that type of action. Okay, something does happen. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Man, it can be the weather. And you can't get to that stuff and you might need it. You might be on your menstrual and need it and can't get to it because of a storm. You think the storm care about where it's putting your stuff in? It don't care. When it blow, it's gonna blow. The rich folk t-shirts gonna be with the poor folk drawers. That's how I go. So you guys have to think outside of the box at all times. It's highly necessary. Highly, women, please be put back before. Because the reason why I say that, because you're not as strong as man would be. You know, you're not. You know, so make sure you be putting back. And you got a man there or a husband to help you. Awesome. Get with him. Y'all get together, man, and put back stuff. Say, like, babe, if this will pop off, if this storm like this happen right here, you know what's most detrimental, dangerous thing that's going on in your area. So we be like, okay, babe, if this may happen, then we need to get this game plan together. Y'all need to have a communication plan going on right now. So if something happened, you're like, well, my baby already told me if I ain't here, come to here. If I'm not there, go to here. Plan already set up. We'll get the bag in front of the stove. We'll get the other bag at the truck. We'll get the other bag at the garage. And boom, boom, boom. And we'll meet up here. And then we'll go to our private stashes that we put the caches that's in the ground. If you don't have any plan, any kind of communication going for that, you ain't got that. It's not going to go in great for you. Because women will be in a more vulnerable state and something like that was to happen, especially if they don't have a man, a real man trying to protect them. That's something that you really need to do and look into, guys. Seriously. Do it. Fellows and women. I went to Walmart. Walmart has these tents that pop completely up, that you get into it and lay down, zip the front up. They marked them down to $25. Of course, I'm waiting till they drop some more, but it seems that if I don't go ahead and get them, that they're going to disappear on me. You got to be ready. Take your canned goods, start storing that, put that stuff up, put your food up, hide it, whatever you got to do, you got to do that. You got to think outside the box. You can't wait for everybody to tell you something. You just gotta sit down and look, evaluate, and say, "Oh, I need to do this too." Well, go and do it. What you waiting on? Get to it. Chop, chop. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Whew. This video was intended to be even longer, but I gotta go to work in the morning for myself, and I usually get up at about 4 or 5 in the morning. So I think I'm gonna get ready to close this video out, guys. And I will be adding to this series, of course, on another day. I will. But right now, I need to shut down and get ready to go to take a nap so I can get ready to go to work in the morning. So I want you to enjoy the rest of what's left of your night or your day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I want you guys to have a wonderful, safe night. Stay at home. Ain't no reason to be going back out the door. You don't need to go to the club. You got a radio at the house and some music. Turn that on. Get you something to eat at the house for the free. Thank you. That's what you need to do. So I love you guys. I'm getting ready to part with you guys right now. I love you. Thank you for all of the new subscribers. I thank you, all my subscribers. I love you guys. Whatever I can do to help you guys, if anything you want to see a video that I can do, let me know. I don't have any sponsorship with anyone as of now. I do not. So whatever I tell you, a product I tell you about is something that I picked out, researched, and bought myself, so you guys could get a glimpse on what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and go. Y'all be blessed. Be young measure. I love you. Mississippi Survivor, and I'm out. Good night.